Coach, you always talk about that imaginary stone tapping and tapping and tapping.
That was an actual stone.
Actually. So last year, I mean, it broke during the semifinal round of the tournament. Did it break today, or are there still things that your team's going to have to work on a lot in practice?
No, I give Hartford, again, I give them a lot of credit. They exposed us for some things we really got to work on. We really got to work on. They had a great game plan. And we definitely can get better. We definitely can get better. I don't even remember the final score, but I don't even think we got to 60. All I know is we were up a couple points, 3 and then 6, I think. So 4 and then 6. I think there's a lot of room for growth here, especially with our younger guys, especially with our bench. We can get better, and that's the good thing. It's a good thing. And these guys are excited to come back on Tuesday and get better, because that was no celebration in that locker room. That was, you know what, we still have work to do. We still can get better. Let's keep tapping. And for me, that was a big positive.
Coach, can you talk about the first half and what you were seeing out of your group in that first half? And you guys were accurate in terms of your shots, but they were flooding you guys with shots on their end, on the other side.
They run Coach Gower has a great offense, and they execute really well. They're very difficult to defend, so I kept changing defenses to try to keep them off balance, as he did to us. So it's kind of funny we have the same thought process, the same philosophy. You know, that first half was not pretty. It was ugly. And I thought we played with a little lack of confidence, especially against the 1-3-1. And it's difficult because it's unique and no one really plays it. And I thought it was, again, a great game plan because it took away our drives. And usually we get to the line 20 to 30 times a game. And I don't know what we ended up with, but I know we didn't get to the line as much as that. So, you know, we just got to get out there, play with great confidence, and shoot the basketball. And again, it was two teams battling. That was just an unbelievable game to be a part of.
Coach, Mike Turner, we played 9 minutes, but he had some really key rebounds and really had us scrapped out there. Anything you tell players like Mike Terry and Travis Robinson when the numbers call, even though they didn't play that many minutes?
Yeah, we talk about it all the time. When opportunity knocks, you got to be ready to go out there and play with a clear head and play with confidence. And I don't tell them not to shoot. I say go out there and play. You got to open shot. You got to stick it. And I think Mike's just playing with great confidence. He's flying all over the floor. He knows his role. That's what's probably the most important thing. These guys know their roles. And if they didn't, they would maybe go out there jacking shots and maybe playing out of what their strengths are. And they're not doing that. They understand. Mike knows he's going to play 10 to 15 minutes. Travis knows he could be a minute, could be 5 minutes. So they gave us, Mike Terry gave us some really good minutes.
You did actually get to the line 22 times.
Oh, did we? Good.
And you made 20. I know that's a big emphasis for you. How do you continue to do it even when they were stopping that penetration?
Well, you know what? I'm thinking the first half we were 4 for 4 from the foul line. And for us to only shoot 4 free throws in the first half is really not like us. And that's I give John credit because that 1-3-1 was terrific. And Burton up top, you know, he's very difficult. He's long. I wanted to keep driving the ball. I wanted to keep putting in the post. Matt was hitting his threes, but a lot of other guys really weren't shooting the ball real well. And one guy I want to give a compliment to is Daryl Parton because, you know, maybe he didn't get 20 today, maybe he didn't get 15, but he played within himself. He didn't take too many bad shots. He did exactly what I asked him to do today. And I was really proud of him because some guys put in that situation, and you know, he's the dynamic dude. He's the first team, you know, all tournament. You know, you're trying to prove that you're first team all tournament, and he didn't do that. But we got to keep putting the ball inside and keep driving the ball.
Last question, or 2 last questions, excuse me.
You talked about how young this team is. How important was it for you to see this team rise above in the situation? 13 lead changes, for it to be within 1 shot with 2 minutes to go. Let's talk about that.
You know, it wasn't there in the non-conference. It wasn't there in January. It just wasn't there, the maturity level and the leadership. And it just started all coming together after the UNH game on the road where we really got beat badly. And we came back and picked ourselves up off the mat and said, we got to play harder, and we got to find a way. And that's when the leadership started. That's when the freshmen started to say, you know what, we got to play harder. We can't play like rookies anymore. We got to step up and go make plays. And I think the locker room came together. These guys really love each other. They really care about each other. And that's what I noticed the most. It was the locker room first, and then you started to see it on the floor. And I pushed them to limits that I don't know if they ever knew they could go. And when I was pushing them to those limits, they kept huddling up. Like, we got it. Stick together. Lean on each other. Everything's going to be fine. It's pretty amazing to watch, to see this transformation in February and March. But, you know, we still got room to grow, and we still have room to get better.
Coach, talked about, Matt, John, that sense of